Hi, hello dear students. How are you today? I do hope that you are doing great with your LMS course. I am Ma'am Norilyn Emolion, one of your LMS Science 9 course creator of Tagum City National High School. Now, I am just going to give you a pure lecture of what is quantum mechanical model. Just make sure that ready na yung ballpen at saka notebook for note-taking yung mga importanteng details na you think maka-help sa ating concepts. Okay? So, maybe we can start now. Ayan. So, our quantum mechanical model for this topic is divided into two. So, we have part 1, uncertainty principal energy levels, and sub-levels of electrons. Part 2, we have electron configurations. Okay, so what is uncertainty principle? Before that, let's have to view again the model of Bohr. In your Science 9 learner module, it has been stated that electrons in Bohr model described as occupying fixed energy levels at a certain distance from the nucleus of an atom. However, it was not sufficient to describe atoms with more than one electron. This way around the problem with Bohr's model, they have to know the arrangement of electrons in atoms in terms of probability of finding an electron. Okay, so yung idea ni Bohr that electrons are found in definite orbits around the nucleus is what? Really rejected. Okay, so ano nangyari? They need to develop a better model of an atom. So, dito na pumasok sina Louis de Broglie, Erwin Schrödinger, and Werner Karl Heisenberg. For de Broglie, he proposed that electron can also be thought of as a wave. While Schrödinger, ginamit niya yung idea that a wave or that electron can also be like a particle wave, no, to develop a mathematical equation to describe the hydrogen atom. And Heisenberg discovered that for a very small particle like the electron, its location cannot be exactly known and how it is moving. Now, this is what we call uncertainty principle. Again, its location cannot be exactly known and how it is moving. Okay, atomic orbitals. This group of scientists believe that there is only a probability that the electron can be found in a certain volume in space around the nucleus. So, dito na pumasok si atomic orbital. No? Ito yung region of space around the nucleus where the electron is most likely to be found. But again, we could only guess what is the most probable location ng electron. Okay? And the quantum mechanical model of the atom comes from the mathematical solution to the Schrödinger equation. So what is really quantum mechanical model? It views an electron as a cloud of negative charge having a certain geometrical shape. No? This model shows how likely an electron could be found in various locations around the nucleus. But this model also does not give any information about the electron moves from one position to another. Please take note again that quantum mechanical model electron as a cloud of negative charge having a certain geometrical shape. Okay, now if you're going to observe our figure number 4, the darker the area or darker an area, the greater is what? The probability of finding the electron in that area. Okay, the beauty of quantum mechanical model is what? It also gives us information about the energy of the electron. So, dito na papasok si principal or main energy levels. Take note that the model also describes the region of space around the nucleus as consisting of shells. These shells are also known as principal or main energy levels. So, they have or may have one or more sub-levels. So, si principal energy levels, meron pa niyang sub-levels. Okay. Please do observe our table number 2 that this principal energy levels stand for N, the number of sub-levels. If we have 5 principal energy level, we have also 5 sublevels, and then we have orbitals and the maximum number of electrons. Please take note that these sublevels are assigned with letters S, P, D, F, and G. Okay, do not forget S, P, D, F, and G. Okay, please also take note na hindi pwedeng, kasi level yan, hindi yan pwedeng in any order. It must be ordered, no? Start with S, followed by P, next D, and F, and last for the G. Okay, please also take note that the principal quantum number always equal the number of sublevels within the principal energy level. So the maximum number of electrons that can occupy a principal energy level is given with the formula of 2n2, where n is the principal quantum number. Okay, now let's try to know more about the shapes of orbitals. Orbitals have specific energy level. They have particular shapes and direction in space. So, iba-iba yung mukha ng ating orbitals. Pag CS, it is what? Spherical. Pag P, it is like a dumbbell shape. Now, take note, since yung S orbital does not depend, no? Kasi spherical yan, it does not depend on direction, unlike the three kinds of P orbitals. Okay, it can be oriented along the X, Y, and Z axis. So, mamaya makikita niyo yung ibig sabihin ko. Okay, like this. Ayan, ito yung space at direction, no? Direction of Z, X. Okay, next. So, makuha ba? Got it ba? Okay, so ano ba yung main content ng ating topic today? Actually, hinahanap natin kung saan ba si electron. So, balikan natin sa principal energy level, that is equal to N. Remember, it is based on its location around the nucleus. So, take note, electrons that is closer to the nucleus, they are what? Lower energy level and have lower energy than those farther away from the nucleus. Okay, please be reminded again, yung topic kanina, that they can also be what? Described as ladder, no? Energy levels are like rungs of a ladder. You cannot be in between a rung. But, yung other side naman, energy levels in an atom's electron are unequally spaced. Ito yung unequally spaced. The higher, sa taas, the higher energy levels are closer together. Kung makita nyo from the ground, the higher, kung yung higher part ng ating ladder, ito yung mas closer together yung ating rungs, no, ng ladder. Okay? So, analogy part lang yan ng ating electrons. Okay. Now, balikan natin sa atomic orbitals. Again, it is a region of space in which there is a high probability of finding an electron. They are assigned with letters S, P, D, or F. So, F lang dito ang pinakita, no? Kasi yung G masyado na complex. Okay, para mas madaling ma-memorize, we can use a mnemonic like smart people do fine. Hindi pwedeng people smart do fine. Smart. Dapat si S talagang ang mag-start ng level. And they have what? Different corresponding shapes. Okay, where the electron is likely to be found. So, iba-iba yung muka ng ating electrons kapag nandun siya sa S level, P level, D level, or F level. Okay, sinasabi ko, kapag S level yung electron, ito yung shape niya. Pag P orbital or P level, ito yung shape dumbbell. And then, kapag D, ayan. And then, we have F. So, as you can observe, kumu-complex yung shape ng ating electrons or orbitals kapag tumataas yung level nila. Okay, now, energy levels, sublevels, and orbitals. Please remember these terms. Okay, ito yung kailangan natin sa ating electron configuration. So, principal energy levels, and do not forget that we have to use an analogy like floors in hotel. Energy sublevel, SPDF, kind of type of suite in hotel. Okay, so iba't iba yung suite ng hotel ng ating example lang, no? From our electron. And then orbitals, ito yung 2 electrons per orbital. Okay, now, For an analogy, we will assign hotel, light floors in hotel. First floor, second floor. Ito yung principal energy level. So, 7, no? 7 floor. And then, type of suite in hotel, ito yung SPDF. Merong S suite hotel, meron itong P suite, D, F. Okay? And then, we have orbitals are like the number of rooms in the suite. So, for example, P sub-level, meron niyang 1 orbital. Sa isang orbital, merong 2 electrons lang ang kaya niya. Kasi orbitals, 2 electrons per orbits, 2 people per room. Per room, 2 tao lang yan. So, same with our electrons, sa P sub-level, 3 orbital yan. So, 6 electrons. So, just do a mathematical equation. We have 3 times 2 kasi per orbital, we have 2. So, kapag 3 orbital, i-multiply yung 2, that is 6. 5 times 2, 10. 7 times 2, 14. Okay? So, remember, SPDF 1, 3, 5, 7, 2, 6, 10, 14. Okay? So, for our electron configuration, that will be for our next session. Okay? So, I do hope that you were able to learn a little, kahit a little lang. Ang importante yan, tinulungan ko kayong mag-learn kasama ko, even though that some of you are not on my class. Okay? But since then, I am one of the creator, kailangan ko rin magbigay ng information or lecture. Okay? So, see you later about what is electron configuration.